Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, standing at 5'6" tall, weighed in at an even 59 kilos, and he's got a reach of about 65 inches. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Terrence Bud Crawford. 5'7", 135 pounds even. That's the lightweight limit, and he's got a reach of 74 inches.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the proximity, and that timing to time off the long jab that comes in to jump over the top. It's about skills now. Skills will pay the bills.
Vasily Lomachenko, Ukraine's finest. He's a former world champion in multiple weight classes. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
Just take note, look at the reach, look how much they're giving away in this fight.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed...
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here. And there's the bell to start round one. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nice lead hook. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Nice counter. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. And there's the bell to start round two. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Unlucky to miss with that jab. Lomachenko is buzzed. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
You're getting in there with a fighter with a longer reach. Now you've got to depend on your footwork, your pressure fighting, slip inside the shot, slip outside the shot. But when you do it, you don't just slip, you've got to capitalize on it. Throw some shots after that to make them scared of letting a shot go.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Misses with that uppercut. Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. No rest for the weary. A perfect counter lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Punch, counter punch. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4. You continue.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You've been put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then give it back the next round.
Time for the 5th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That uppercut doesn't land. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Both men step back for just a moment. They exchange punches. His stamina is off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Lomachenko in trouble. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it.
On to the 6th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Uh-oh, Lomachenko just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And he scores with the counter. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
title, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Lomachenko in trouble. He somehow weathered the storm.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute.
Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That jab misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Unlucky to miss with that jab. He misses with that jab. Lomachenko in trouble. Talk about Loma in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't...
There's the bell to start round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Swing and a miss with that hook. A lot of effort being exerted here. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Exchange here from both men. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Nice counter shot. Insane action. Catch and shoot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. And there's the bell for round 10. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nobody home with that hook. They exchange punches. Every time he throws a punch, Crawford in trouble. How did they not go down?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
A swing and a miss with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
It's a terrible round, that is. Great defense at the end of all that. Do what you got to do.
Who's on your lead? Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and go out there and
Don't give him no free shot. Just not. There's 1, 2 straight down the middle. Can't miss it. Good. Stay focused. Don't let
take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe.
That's it. Just stop working a few body shots in there. Hurry up a little bit. Again.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box him.
Shot already, Phil. Set him up and you'll take him out.
Go back and win the round. Right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
Start this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there.
win this round. You had everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it.
And there's the bell for round 11. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Missing with that jab. The straight right just misses. They need to be careful let them punch themselves out here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. We'll see. On to the 12th. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Goes down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're okay.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? Is he going to punch himself out, though? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. It's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.